Do you want to know how I made this desert scene in Blender? Of course you do. The only software you need to make this is Blender and your favorite video editor. This very complex scene becomes quite manageable when you break it down into the following steps: modeling the dune landscape and pyramid, world shading and lighting, animation, rendering, editing, and then profit. Keep in mind that due to time constraints, this is more of an overview than a step-by-step tutorial. I will link relevant tutorials in the video description. Now, let's get started. First, you need to create the dune. Not that dune, this dune. To do this, add a plane, subdivide it by 100 or so, and scale it up super duper large. Then add a Voronoi texture to create bumps and adjust until they look like dunes. Go to the shading tab, change world to object, and use nodes. Add RGB and noise texture nodes to give sand color and texture. Next, you want to make the pyramid by creating a square, merging the vertices at the center, adding a material, and going to the shading tab. Now you're going to want to download a texture from the internet, and when you're done with that, enable the Node Wrangler add-on in Blender, select the material node and hit Ctrl-Shift-T, then you're going to want to select all the material files that you just downloaded. Now you can frame the camera to a particular dune that you like and make sure to put the pyramid in it. Now go back to the shading tab, change object to world, add a sky texture, and adjust the lighting and sun size to your liking. Go back to the layout tab, add a sunlight, and adjust the power and light direction. You're also going to want to add a spotlight that shines towards the light side of the pyramid to really just make that side pop. Optionally, you can create a volumetric fog by adding a cube, scaling it up to fill the whole scene, then adding a new material, deleting the existing material node in your shader tab, adding volume scatter node, and adjusting the density and anisotropy to your liking. The last step before you render is to animate the pyramid by adding keyframes for its motion. Then finally, you can give the animation a render. Now, if you're rendering on CPU like me, it's going to take overnight, but if you're on GPU, it shouldn't take nearly as long. With the rendering out of the way, the last thing you're going to want to do is throw your animation into your favorite editing software, add a dust overlay and sound effects, and then you're all done. I hope this was helpful in learning how to recreate this scene. And of course, like I said, I will be linking tutorials in the video description so you could follow along and see some of the techniques I used in more detail. That's all for now, and thank you for watching.